Hi, friends.
Hey, friends.
It's Rachel. We're back for another episode of LA Dance Diaries.
Hey, it's Abby. We are on episode 10.
Yay,
Episode
we're
10
back.
today.
We're back in our new home studio. Excited to be here. Just you and I today.
You don't miss Gizmo? No?
I do miss Gizmo. You know what's funny is when I first became your friend, Gizmo was a very frantic energy, and he's chilled out so much.
So chill now.
Something
Yeah.
happened. I don't remember what it was, but
He-
he got cool.
Went from a boy to a man.
We love when men do that.
It was very sad. It's very sad, but it's helped my life immensely.
Good, we
Had to
love
happen,
that
you know?
for you. Yeah, but we miss Gizmo, but happy to be here and now officially doing it.
Yes.
It's good. Yeah, we're back.
back.
Yeah, so when you guys are watching this, I'll have come back from just went on a trip to Utah, but I won't talk about it because I haven't gone yet. You know, we're talking about dance and how things are going this summer for you.
Yep.
Got a little professional look happening today.
Yeah.
So yeah, how's things going for you? How's dance treating you? How's choreography treating you?
The classes are amazing.
Yeah.
I feel I don't know. There's so many classes, and even for me, I wake up in the morning and I want to take a dance class, and I'm like, there's so many options. There's so many studios. There's West Coast, this doesn't even have a schedule. You know, trying to find all the classes online and knowing what's going on is so overwhelming. And my classes have been consistently busy. I have my movement lifestyle class on a Sunday for beginners, plug, and Mondays for professional dancers, more advanced dancers. And they're busy, and every week there's new faces and recurring faces coming out and giving their time and energy, and I'm getting to create new combos every single week, and
Nice.
it's just such a gift. And with the
Good.
class prices and everything now, and just the economy and life happening, I just feel grateful that people are choosing to come to my class and trusting me with their training. And it's just such a two-way gift. You know, I make
Yeah.
sure I always show up to class ready to go. I'm always prepped. I'm always in a good mood. I really take it very seriously when people are taking time out of their day, but then they give it right back to me. You know, it's I give and then I receive threefold. Every time I had a class, it was a couple of weeks ago. I was just in a weird mood. And, you know, for anyone that knows, we have a dear, dear friend that's in the hospital right now that we continually are sending our thoughts and prayers to as she recovers from a really horrendous accident. Katie, we love you if you ever see this. But I was just in a funky mood. And then I got there and there was just a great group of dancers, and everyone was just so open and ready, and we kind of created a music video on the spot using the combo that I'd already created. I added transitions, and by the end of it I couldn't even remember what I was angry about,
Yeah.
you know. And we really just had such a good time, and we did it, you know. We were even talking about our friend as well and being life is so short, and we get these gifts and these little moments that you can just pass you by. So, yeah, all that to say, I've been teaching a lot, and I'm loving every second of it. I absolutely
Good. That's
love it.
amazing.
Yeah.
I do think, you know, and sending all of our love and thoughts and prayers to Katie and her family, because it was just such terrible news to obviously just hear and know, and to know her is to love her.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, a lot. And I know the whole community has really tried to band together as a whole. And I
Yeah.
think we've done some amazing things to help fundraise for her, but also like you said, having these moments is really the time to be wow, we are so blessed and lucky,
Yeah.
you know, to have access to our bodies, to have the access
Yeah.
to class and to dance and to, you know, do those amazing things that
Yeah.
we want to do.
I've been trying to just hold that in my head a lot recently and be more grateful, you know. And it sucks that sometimes things like that happen, and that's what reminds you. We should feel grateful for waking up every day and for being able to use our body and stuff. But, you know, such is life. You get taken over by other stuff, and yeah.
And you get used to it. You get used to having full function of your body.
Yeah.
All the simple
for
things
granted.
that there's a lot of people who don't have. that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, totally. I've actually been teaching too.
You have.
Yeah, so started getting my own classwork up and going with a more beginner adult range of students,
Cool.
which has been really rewarding.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love working with my peers. I love working with professional dancers because that's always really exciting. But there's something so special about helping, and you teach beginners, so I feel like you can speak to this as well. but about helping people who know nothing about dance and really just want to learn something.
Yeah.
It's so special. I teach like a pom class, which is
Cute.
like cheer, and we do like formations and stuff too.
Sounds so
and like
fun.
teaching them how to like do transitions. So it's been really cute and just really fun to see
love
them
that.
just happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving away our gifts a little bit,
Yeah.
you know.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm feeling very lucky. It's been slower on the dance side, so I'm happy to have like class as a way to like come home, whether I'm taking your class or somebody else's
Yeah.
or my own, you know.
Yeah. It's been slow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure, and obviously I can see. I know there are people working because Instagram is a lovely way of reminding me every single day of everyone on these amazing jobs, such as life. And I'm happy for everybody, you know, like so good. But on my end, yeah, it's been slow and it's been hard to like kind of stay focused and stay on track, and you know, just everything is seasonal, right? Things come in seasons. Sometimes you're so busy that all you want is a day off, and then sometimes you're so quiet that all you want is just one job.
Absolutely. And then suddenly, like for example, what happened to me was suddenly dry spell. I'm going away tomorrow to Utah for a week to teach dance. And I kid you not, Disney reached out to me about a job, and it's the 1 week that I'm gone.
Of course.
I'm like, of course. Like,
course.
I've been asking and hoping for a job for a while, and, you know, the universe said, you know, hey, like, we're going to give it to you, but you're not going to be available because you're already on a job, and you should be thankful for that. And, you know, the next one will come when it comes.
Yeah.
So taking it in stride, but hey, thankful to be chosen. That is a great feeling.
That's a great sign. And obviously you're on the radar of these jobs, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, totally. When you're in a dry spell, are you looking more for work? Like sometimes I go through phases where like I'll like pop by casting networks, I'll be searching out for things on Instagram, like, but sometimes I see things, sometimes I don't. So I was wondering, like, what are you doing during this time? Like, do you look for jobs, or do you just talk to people and be like, I need jobs?
I'm out there right now, and I've really put my shame aside because I have so many incredible connections, and I'm really bad, honestly. Even when, I'm really bad about being like, hey, reminder that I do this. Do you have anything available? Is there anything I can jump on? You know, and also being asking people to refer me has been something that I always forget to do. Like, I have people in the film industry, like great friends in the film industry, that wouldn't necessarily be the people that would book me on that job, but may have other people that they can say, hey, like, connect with this producer or connect with this director. You know, they're always looking for people. So right now, I just try and be more out there. I try and make sure my social media is consistent. Like, I've been posting more videos again, reaching out to people that I do know, you know, trying to be in class as well, because it's a really nice opportunity for me as a choreographer to re-hone in on my dance skills, because you're never done.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm trying to stay just as like out there as possible, because I know, you know, it only takes one day and then you're on a job, and then all of that stuff kind of gets put in the wayside.
Exactly. I'm so glad you said that, because I think a lot of us forget or like feel like someone needs to ask for us, and not that we shouldn't be putting ourselves out there until there's a reason to. But this is why I love you, because you just, you know, you got to have no shame about it. You got to just keep putting your stuff out there. You should be proud of your work and what you do. And even if you're not working on something currently at the moment, like, you can and should and will be.
Yes.
So it's good to talk about it.
I'm like, we're not owed anything.
Yeah.
We're not owed anything. And I swear, you could even have worked with somebody before and they still have other people on their radar.
Of course.
Sometimes you have to be that person. Like, there's a company that I work with and I do choreography for them on occasion. And I reach out consistently. I've never been met with a problem about that. Like, every time I reach out, the automatic response is, Abby, thanks so much for reaching out and being so on top of it. I love knowing your availability, because if anything comes up, we're going to put you right in there. It's really helpful for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, you know, and that was the first message I sent. I was like, this is really weird. I've already worked with these people. Why am I reminding them? They already know I exist. No. Like, the last time I did that, I actually turned into a job because someone ended up being sick. Some dates changed, and I was the first person on their mind. So
that is
even,
so smart.
You know, just checking in genuinely as well with people that you've worked with before, just to open up a conversation, see what they're up to. See if they've got a show coming up that you can go and attend and just be an audience member. You know, like, be involved in the community and be involved in the people around you. And, you know, well, it might lead to a job. And if at the very least it doesn't, you're cool. You've had some new experiences. Maybe you see something fun. Maybe you learn something.
Right.
You know?
And as a choreographer, would you say that you like when dancers reach out? Like, does it feel good to
love
get reached
it.
out to?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you saying that is like, okay, reach out to them.
Yeah. You know,
like, it's not annoying, is it?
Not at all. And then sometimes there are jobs that are smaller, you know, which again, I always promote paying dancers fairly and paying for people's art fairly. But I do have friends of mine sometimes that are artists that will, like the video we did, we should link that. We'll link that in the description or the story. Me, Rachel, and our friend Lexi, I was contacted by a friend of mine who does some French music. She had a new song and she wanted to do a little promo for the song. So it wasn't a full music video. She just wanted us to get in the studio, me choreograph something, and make a cute little promo. So,
and we were all blonde. It was a vibe.
It was such a cute,
it was all that it needed.
A cute trio. And, you know, that was a job that, like, I couldn't really put out on a casting site because it wasn't enough money to do that. But I knew that I would be in and out. I knew we'd keep it efficient, and I knew it would be fair. It would be equal for what, you know, we were in there for a couple hours and we all got paid, and it was great. And we got some good promo out of it as well. So things like that, if I have dancers that I know have reached out and been like, hey, I would really love to work with you, and I have these projects come in, like, I will put them at the top of the line in my head because I want to work with people that want to work with me.
Of course.
And I want to work with people that have been in my class because that means they already know how I work and how I choreograph.
Yeah, it's that simple.
So,
and like hearing you talk about it on your level, you know, reminds me with the people who are maybe doing the jobs that you will be doing in a couple of years or a year or 6 months. You never know what tomorrow brings.
Yep.
But, you know, those people who are currently on the jobs choreography wise, I'm like, you know, I need to do that for them because they're people. You're a person.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
How
and
do you
sometimes
stay,
we forget.
Sorry. How do you how do you stay productive and kind of as a dancer in these dry spells? Like, what's your process through that?
Yeah, I would say I'm definitely more of a quiet, like working hard in behind the scenes, and I think I need to start being more open on social media and like telling people more. But for example, on our last episode, we were talking about this whole cut process. I've like really honed in on like, okay, what do I need to be the kind of dancer who's booking? And so for me, like, you know, talking about a cut process, I'm trying to, you know, just tone up, like lose maybe a tiny bit of weight, but really it's just keeping everything tight and like tour ready for the next opportunity.
You're working on yourself.
Exactly. So I would say like I've been a little more like Rachel at home doing lots of things. Definitely always, you know, coming in and out of classes depending on who and, you know, how much money I have in my account at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I got to keep working because if I'm not becoming the person who books, I'm not going to be the person who books, you know?
Right.
So for me, more mindset shifts.
I love that.
And it's hard. It's like that little game you have to play with yourself. You're like, I deserve this opportunity, so I need to trick myself into being the person who deserves that opportunity.
Yes.
And if I'm not thinking that I do, then I'm not going to get it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So the next job, like, you know, you want it to be 2 days a month from now, not like 6 months a year, you know?
And it's in the unknowing as well. I think if you know you're booked on a job, it's like this, for me anyway, being completely honest. If I know I have a job, I feel like I'm a person that has a job.
Yeah.
And how often in LA do people go, what are you working on? I'm like, nothing. I'm always working on stuff.
You're always working on something.
But you know, they'll say, oh, you want any projects right now? Like, what's your next job? And I'm like, nothing. I have nothing. You know, and I feel like it's that little thing inside you that goes, oh my God, you don't have a job. Like you have to sound busy. You have to sound booked all the time. And I think I'm getting more comfortable with just being like, no. And that doesn't like move away everything I've ever done, like my entire resume and my whole career up to this point. You can't be on a job every single day of your life.
Every single day. And especially, it's a changing industry. We've swapped into this freelance community so like heavily.
Yeah.
And understanding how to be a freelancer where you'll really go through dry spells, that's been a bit of a shock, you know?
And Hollywood's like, from what I'm seeing on TikTok and from my film friends, Hollywood's in trouble.
Yeah.
It sounds like the industry is going through a really hard time right now, and I have faith that it's going to come back, but a lot of my film friends are out of work. A lot of my production friends are out of work. It sounds like everyone is going through a bit of this. I don't know whether it's a lull or a change or something's brewing. I'm not really sure, but
there's another strike that just started with some of the video games, some of the voice acting stuff, which is interesting to see as well after the SAG strike. So it's like, it's enough. There's quite a bit going.
And I think with November coming up too, you know, the election is a big one this year. I think people feel really passionate about it. And I don't know. It just feels like everything's a little uncertain. And I hope that once we move past December and go into the new year, I'm hoping that everything will like really start to pick back up again.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. And I would say every time I've reached out to my agents, it's been the same kind of thing where they're like, yeah, like, you know, it's happening all across the board. It's not just you. So knowing that I'm not alone, that helps a lot.
And you guys reach out to your agents every single week. Reach out to your agents. If they're annoyed, they shouldn't be your agent.
Yeah.
Once a week,
that's so true.
Even if you haven't done anything, but you've taken a couple of classes, let them know that you were taking a class. Let them know you were in a carnival piece. Ask them how their day is going. How was their week? Is there anything that you can be working on? You can, you know, even if it's every Friday, I email my agent every single Friday. Even if it's like, okay, are there any trends that you're seeing right now of jobs, or are there any headshot trends? They might be like, oh, everyone's really looking for this type, or we're getting a big surge in this. And you can then use that to be working on. And you're showing to your agent that you care, you want to go for these jobs.
Showing that you're hungry.
Yeah.
It's so important because your agent works for you as much as you work for them. Like, you know, and if they're showing, you know, they see that you're ready to work, then they're going to put in some work for you.
So don't be afraid to like check in with your agent every week.
Yeah, that was like the biggest thing that I had to get over when I first moved out here. I was like, I'm scared to like reach out.
I took a break too. Yeah. You know, I had a period and I was like, wow, they're always happy to hear from me. And this is a relationship. Like I would text my friend every week. I would never go a week without texting you.
Yep.
I would probably not even a few days, you know. I want to know my friends are okay and I want to see what's going on in their life. And that agent, dancer or choreographer, doesn't matter. Relationship, you have to manage it. And they have 1,000+ dancers. So you are the one that has to manage it.
You are the one who has to manage it.
Like they need to play their part, but you have to initiate it.
This is your sign.
Unless you're the top 1%, you know?
Yeah, unless you're the working 1% for sure.
Yeah.
This is your sign. Email your agent.
Email your agent.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the one thing that's for sure consistent you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the little things, right?
Yeah. Okay, so anyone that is listening to this, if you're a dancer, I want you to email your agent and I want you to reach out to 3 choreographers that you want to work with. 3.
Yeah.
Go to their class first, pick them, go, so you have something to talk about, and then send them a message afterwards. Hey, I just took your class. I really enjoy your style. Give them something, a genuine compliment, something that you enjoy about how they work, and then be like, look, if there's ever an opportunity to work with you, I would love to do it. I'm going to challenge every single one of you to do that.
That's amazing. And then I'm going to do it too, and I'm going to check in with you once I do.
Follow up on
and then, let us know. Yeah, let us know. I'm excited. That's awesome. That's a good little homework tidbit. And, you know, I think that's a good place to leave it for today, really. Yeah. So I know that we're all kind of going through it. You know, you're not alone.
Yeah, you're not alone.
So we're right there with you and hoping that things pick up a little bit.
It will. It's going to pick up and then we're all going to be like, I'm so tired. I'm so busy. I need a day off. I'm manifesting that for us right now.
Exactly. And we'll look back on this episode today and be like, wow, remember when we were like asking for work? Let's be grateful.
And if you do have any work,
if you need a blonde, you got 2 right here. We got you. Double trouble. Another episode done. Thank you as always for the good chat.
On the next one. And as always, if you have any topics you want us to cover, please let us know and we'll try and get to it for sure.
Yeah, check us out on our YouTube channel. We've just started that. So check us out on YouTube if you haven't already. We're on TikTok now too.
Yeah.
Yay, at LA Dance Diary.
Love it.
Love it. Catch you on the next one.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.